Hello everybody, Ninja Genius here with NGN. We're going to go over lesson 1 and 2 in the same video of single saber basics. So to start, I generally with students will take them and just make sure they can perform a swing. A single swing. You would be amazed how many people in the game struggle with just swings. To start a swing, to attack an enemy, different directional swings, stuff like that. So the first thing we normally do is we go over training on how to start a swing without running. I don't want to have to run in a direction for an extended period of time to start a swing. I don't want to have to look like this when I'm swinging. What you want is this, the bare minimum of moving. So generally what we do is I will find a map with squares, even if it's one of your base maps, some type of small area marked out on the floor, and we use that to train. Get in the square, make sure that you can start a swing without exiting that square. Now I have provided the key bindings, my key presses on the right hand bottom corner, so you guys can see what I'm using. I do not hold mouse doing this, I just tap it and the directional key at the same time, and you can change directions to do different types of swings, diagonal swings and overheads, stuff like that, because what you want in the long run is to be able to start a swing with as little movement as possible. If you're running in a direction to start a swing, it's easily attacked. It's easily read. It becomes very I can't think of the word I'm looking for here, Nils. I'll just edit that part out. So, after learning how to do that, after you're able to start swings with small movements, we move on to being able to do multiple swings at a time. Now, I generally teach red or strong stance with single as the basic foundation for all other sabers. If you can get your strong stance attacks down and your timing down, then transitioning to other styles and other sabers is a lot easier. So there's a couple rules for comboing sabers. Number 1, you can combo or combine you can combine up to 3 swings with red style at a time. And number 2, you can combine the same swing twice, but swing 2 and swing 3 must be different. So you can't do an overhead on the first swing and then 2 diagonal swings afterward. Swing 2 and 3 must be different. So what we're going to do, your movements and your combos are based on the WASD or the arrow key, if you're using those, on that pyramid. Up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right. So your swings must be connected. You can't skip from a D swing to a W swing over a diagonal. So you have to fill in the spaces with diagonals between your normal directional keys. So the first one we're going to try is going to be a D W D W combo. We are going to hold shift for this during training. That way we're not running all over the place and we're able to kind of control ourselves without hitting other people, just in case you have others around. So we're going to hold shift. Now I do hold attack through the entire combo. So once I hit attack for the first time, I'm going to hold it and just transition between keys once the first swing starts. So watch my timing for my key transition. It's almost immediately after a swing starts. So we're going to do a DWDW combo. Do that again. Now obviously these swings are slower, so you can kind of take your time with transitions, where when we switch to the other side of the pyramid here, it's going to be a little faster. So that's a DWDW transition or combo. Now those transitions, if you watch those key bindings, are going to be immediately after the swing starts. I switch to the next one. So that way I'm already holding the direction I want to go, and I don't have to worry about trying to time it right at the end of my previous swing. So with that one, we're going to go to an AWW combo. And it's going to be faster, so you're going to want to transition really quick. This is where that timing comes in right after the first swing starts. And remember, I'm holding attack this entire time. You don't have to click with each swing. That's a good way to mess up your rhythm there. All right, now I did say that you can combine the same two swings in a combo as long as swing 2 and 3 are different. So what we're going to do is go back to the other side, and we're going to do 2 D swings and a WD to end it. So the first 2 swings are the same, swing 2 and 3 are different. So it's going to look something like this. Notice I don't let go of the D swing as I transition into the diagonal. I just add the second key. All right, and the other side, we're going to do AW. Now remember, these are faster swings, so you're going to want to transition a lot faster than you were with your other side. All right, now you can combine back and forth with a combo. So where I went from D, W, D, W earlier, I could go D, W, D, D. The problem with this is I kind of add a third rule into combos. Don't go backwards from the top. So if you start with a D swing, don't go SD. Or if you start with a WD swing, don't go D, because you get put in that animation right there where it's a spin. And it's a very slow animation and you can't move out of it. So you're stuck there, and it's easy to be attacked or countered by somebody else in a duel. So we try to avoid those backwards directions as much as possible in a combo. Now sometimes that can be used, and we'll go over that probably in a more advanced video later as far as those spins are concerned, because it's a good delay. It's dangerous for somebody that's just starting. So we're going to try this one. We're going to go D. I'm sorry. We're going to go WD, WWD. Got that one? Yeah. So we're going to go back and forth. We're going to start WD, WWD. And you can switch that around. You can do WWD, W. However you want to do it, as long as the second and third swings are different. So you can combine swings back and forth as long as they connect and as long as the second and third swings are different. All right, so now once we have the combos down, make sure you kind of get a feel for actually running around and doing these combos, because they're going to be a lot more drawn out than it feels like when you're walking. So make sure you can aim and you can kind of maneuver while doing them. As Django's lagging all over the place. All right, after that's done, we move on to a single attack. When attacking an opponent with the strong style, the most commonly used swing, it's not necessarily the best swing, but the most commonly used swing is a D swing. It's long, it's easier to control, it's easier to aim, and you have plenty of time to get to your opponent. And it's really strong. In doing that, with it being such a long swing, you can get stuck and countered very quickly, very easily, because that swing leaves you wide open for half of it. So what we teach is an attack on line is basically the method we use to attack and escape in a quick manner with as little effect on us as far as getting countered as possible. Now, before I move to that, we do need to cover distance. Your red swings being so long, such a drawn out process, when you hit your opponent, you want the very tip of your saber to hit them. You don't want to be all up in the middle of him, because right here, a lot of your saber's missing, and it leaves you really open to a hit. So what you want is to be about where Neil's is, where just the tip of the saber's hitting. So when I end this combo, or when I end this attack, I want to be right before this line, or right on this line at least. So your distance is going to be right about here for your red swings. It's going to look something like this. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4 of these squares basically? Now remember, we're starting our attack with as little movement as possible. So we don't want to run outside of this line here. And the attack on line is this. I'm going to start an attack. I'm going to hit the opponent. I'm going to turn and escape or run out back to the same starting position. So to do that, I'm going to start the attack. Once I hit him, I'm going to turn either left or right with my mouse. I generally turn against the swing, so it prolongs my swing. And I'm going to run out with the adjoining or adjacent key to the direction I turn. So if I turn left, I'm going to run left with the A key. All right, so it's going to look a little something like this if I don't miss my opponent. If I get in the right spot. There we go. It's going to look a little something like that. So you're going to want to hit, turn, and then run out with that direction. All right. This is called attack on line. Now, obviously, you can turn with the swing. It makes it a little faster. Somebody put me a towel back. It makes it a little faster. But you also have much less of a swing to go with. And I just keep missing him. So this is going to be difficult because it's control of your mouse and your keys at the same time. When you turn, you want to turn about 90 degrees. So you want to be sideways. Don't jerk the mouse or you're going to end up backwards. And then when you run out, you're going to stay within attack distance of the opponent. So it's a smooth turn. And a run out. Just like that. Alright, so we're going to do those a couple more times. I'm going to let Niels do them a few times so you can see it from the side. He's having the same problem I am today. Alright, then I'm going to do it a couple times so you can see the key bindings. I'm having problems today too. There, that's a little better. We're not used to these early morning practice sessions, I think. So, my direction for this is after every swing that you take at an opponent or every combo you perform, the very last swing needs to be this. It needs to be an attack on line. So even if I'm out here close to him and I'm doing combos, I need to get away as fast as possible. So if I'm out here doing this, and then I'm going to turn and leave. I don't suggest staying in here for long periods of time. A 3-swing combo for red or strong needs to be a surprise for your opponent. Don't stand out just swinging constantly. So those 1-hit, 2-hit at the most combos is what you especially as a beginning saberist, that's what you're looking for. All right, I'm gonna let Niels do it a couple more times because I know this part can be confusing. Notice the box he's in. Actually, he's using the line itself. Notice how his character stays as close or on top of that line as possible while he's performing these. And just to show you why, a lot of characters, or a lot of players like to use S to get away. Niels is going to chase me here, just with W, he's going to chase me, and I'm going to hold S to get at, try and get away from him. Watch how quickly he gains on me. Actually, Niels, give me about a second's worth of head start, then come, all right? See how fast he catches up. Even with that amount of time between us, he can still catch me. So go to the other side over here, all the way back. All right, right here. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn and I'm going to run out like I'm showing. And I'm going to use mouse movement to kind of move myself along. You should be able to just move with A and D and then control where you're going with your mouse turn. That's hard, it really is, but that's where you want to get to with your footwork. All right, Niels, you ready? So I just finished a swing on him. Now you see this distance. Even if I'm not even turning the mouse really, I still keep at least a saber and a half's worth of distance between us. So he can't. Now he could kind of strafe run on me or do a low jump and hit me, but that's where the mouse turns come into play. All right, and that's a more basic concept we're going to go over later. So we're going to kill this Kyle again. All right, Django, are you too laggy to assist in this part? We're going to do saber counters, red versus red. We'll let you stand and swing. That way You ain't got to move too much. Get in the center square here. All right, Niels is going to do some counters. Typically, what you're going to find in single saber duels, at least today, we're going to do just red versus red or strong style versus strong style. That's where we start you. It's those slower swings are a bit easier to kind of see where your start is as far as when you start your counter. Now Niels is going to get his distance on his opponent because you always want to keep that distance. Back up over there. And Django here is going to do just right swings, D swings. Niels is going to counter them. The timing for these, a red versus red or a strong style versus strong style counter, starts at this as soon as you see your opponent begin his swing. So as soon as Niels sees Django start a swing, he's going to counter with his own swing. And then he's going to exit with the attack on line like we showed just a second ago. And you'll see it all in actual combat here, or actual real life instead of versus a Kyle. And it's on you guys. Django's okay. You good? All right, nice. So as you saw, Neil starts his swing as soon as soon as Django, as soon as he sees his opponent start his swing. Now Django's real laggy, so it's kind of difficult. But there we go. That's a good one. And then in a second, I'm gonna have Django do multiple swings at a time. That way you can see how the counter actually moves you between two swings. Stop clicking stuff for a second. You were all over the place. All right, Django. This time, do. Okay, yeah, you're too laggy. I'm gonna do two swings. You're gonna attack me between the first and second. All right. Now you see he's hitting me before my second swing can even hit him. He's in and out with a solid hit before my second swing ever even makes it off the ground really. And even though my swing's out there when he's leaving, that escape and timing makes it to where the saber shouldn't hit you at all. Every now and then you'll get a glitch off the server, or maybe ping's a little different or whatever. You'll catch a glancing blow, but it's not going to be it shouldn't be anything solid if your timing's correct. If you're doing it too early, you will get hit. If you're doing it too late, you will get hit. That, or you will have a saber block. So your sabers will just clash, normally meaning that you swung at the same time as them. Especially in SP or single player damages like the NGN servers are. Actually, this one's multiplayer. You're gonna get saber blocks with equal timing. So you gotta practice this. Find a buddy. Stop by our server. We'll help you out. But you gotta practice this timing a lot. It's all about visuals. You want to be able to see exactly when that opponent starts to move. So we're going to do it one more time, Niels. I'm going to do two swings at a time. That was a solid hit right there. Very nice. All right, and as you can see, Niels, you don't have any damage off of you, do you? 100, 100. All right. So as you can see, our saber counters, as soon as you see that opponent swing, As soon as you see his arms start to move, Neil, do a couple swings. Hold shift for me. Yeah, as soon as you see that animation start, that saber come up or move at all, that's when you want to start your counter. And remember your escape. The way you practice is the way you're going to fight. So if you're getting in here with a Kyle or whoever, and you hit him, and you hold S to back up, that's what you're going to do in a fight. So make sure you're getting that ingrained. That becomes muscle memory to do that turnout. All right. Did I miss anything? Anybody got anything to add? And that's just lesson one. Next lesson, we'll go over a bit more advanced stuff, maybe even move into another style. There's a lot. I can probably do a year's worth of lessons on Saber and not even really move from the strong style. This game is probably the most complex I've ever seen for combat. There's always something new, a new way to do things, a small tweak here and there that can change everything for you. But it's the best game still after this many years, since 2003. It's still the best game for saber combat. They have yet to come out with something as its equal. So that's the end of lesson one for basic sabering. Thank you guys for watching. Thank Niels and Django for the participation. Come visit us sometime.